So, Joumana, my first question for you is first memory that you have of realizing that you are part of a business owning legacy. What do you think?
Oof, it goes very, very, very long back. I'm already in the middle of my career, let's say, and I started extremely young because I was, participating at all the board members, starting from any family lunch or family gathering or official board members, because as you know, this is how a family business goes. I think I had the break where I traveled to France and I went through my university graduation in Paris, and this is where for 4 years I distanced myself from the daily talks and daily encounter, having the family business as a main topic, or let's say a side topic in every conversation held at home. And after those 4 years I had the choice to come back or not. And this is where the first time, you're like, what am I going to do? And by choice I came back.
First question here for you, Joumana, is what actually ignited the passion for sustainability in your family and in your family enterprise?
Let me go back to where really Ricardo, my brother, took over the transition between my mother, who was the chairwoman and the CEO of Sacotel. In 2016, Ricardo becomes CEO of Sacotel. And when Ricardo joined, we were looking at the verticals. I was really by his side, trying to figure out the future of our family business. And we were looking at those verticals that were strong in our family group. We had the security, we had the telecom, we had the automation, which was a new branch. Automation is important. And we said we cannot sustain without the renewable side, because it was 2016, if you remember, was very early in the Middle East. However, in Europe was a big case. So our connections with European markets through various family businesses with whom we collaborate kept us exposed to that boom that was going in Europe. And that's why in 2016, Ricardo, me, and Karina, my sister, being, let's say, the new generation, the new leadership on the board, decided to add this vertical. And Ricardo naturally appointed me as the spearhead of the sustainable arm of Joumana Hosri Group.
How did you introduce it to the market, and what kind of response and reactions did you get, and how did you maybe demystify some of the prejudice around solar in the MENA?
Let's say we started in Beirut, where is our home market. We were one of the very early players present at that level in the market. And because our family operates already with government on tender, operates with corporate, on the corporate level. So it was easy for us to talk at high level. We weren't educating a consumer. We were addressing at high level, right? Same with the UAE. So with UAE, we had a different kind of approach where the strategy, we weren't the first comer in UAE, and we are top 10, remember. So the top five were already on the market, and people would say, why would we buy from you? You are only top 10, not top five, right? And we said, and they wanted to play the price sensitivity, like we would buy from you if you were, let's say, 1 cent less per watt, which obviously doesn't make sense because all the tier one is a spot market. We it's like a stock exchange. We buy at same prices, we sell at same prices. So our approach was, we won't sell, we won't enter this price war. We will position ZenShine Solar, which is the brand, as a main player, backed by the family. And once this is done, then the awareness of that recognition will spread. And this is what we did. We waited a year, and in 2019, we won the DEWA tender, and we supplied our modules to DEWA directly. And when that was done, it just put the brand on the top of the most dynamic utility company in the region. DEWA, as you know, is the Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, is the most advanced utility company in terms of solar or renewable energy exposure and commitment, especially at that time. So yeah, we won that tender, After that, it opened a lot of doors. It gave us the, let's say, recognition. Yeah.
What is your advice to the next generation coming after you? Maybe the next generation of any family business that you see around you. What's your piece of advice for them?
We said early enough, I'm talking in the late 90s, we said, what do we want for us and our children? And the decision is not only taken, but it's recorded between Ricardo, Karina, and me. And we said, we want to continue together. We want to have our children work together. So to do so, we looked at the education part, how to get them ready. So all of that was decided before the first of the third generation is even born. So we wrote the governance. It's clear, it's written. It has rules, how they can join, when they can join, what are the prerequisites, what would they do. So first of all, that exercise is done. Second of all, since they're very, very early age, we involve them at various opportunities and occasions in the business. And when I say I have pictures of all the children in a celebration where we were inaugurating our new HQ in 2013, I think the eldest was 11, and one of my nieces spoke. She was 7. She spoke in front of all our stakeholders, our bankers, our clients, our suppliers, and representing the future generation. She had a small, a-minute speech. That was so cute, you know. But having them participate, having them have a role in such important events is kind of influencing them. And I can tell you, since they are kind of trained, there is a family governance and there is a family business governance, right? And I had this family governance while Ricardo had the family business governance. And we have family meetings regularly where we explain to them that they have choices. They can join as a working family member, or they can choose to be a non working family member, but they still will be family members. So they will still have the ownership in the family business, right? So as a responsible owner, they had obligations. It wasn't only about the rights, it's about rights and obligations. We explain these very early. So of course they have the choice to join or not. And we make it very clear that we are very open to indulge their passions.
Joumana, thank you so much for joining us on Women in Family Business.
Thank you, Ramya, for having me, for being such a nice moderator.